Don't you ever fucking gang up on me again.
Yeah, you don't like it, do you, bitch?
I fucking never ganged up on you.
That's how I felt.
No,
that's how I
that
felt
is
when
not
you and
what.
Nicholas
That is
fucking-
not what we did. Because
Yeah,
you literally called
yeah.
my viewer a bot. You literally did that. That is something you literally said though. And Nicholas wasn't getting. He wasn't actually. He was a person.
It was a bot.
And Nicholas didn't even say anything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but nothing I wouldn't have said.
You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have because
no, you just have beef with Nicholas, and you need to stop having beef with Nicholas.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You keep fucking having an issue with everything he says.
No, because he thinks that he's right about everything. That's the point.
You guys, welcome to episode 57 of the Badmouth Podcast. That was just a little argument me and Koolme were having about, I think something happened like a month ago almost. Koolme has beef with Nicholas. It's fine.
I don't. Also, I'm turning my mic up because I don't like sounding so low on the pod, so I'm turning it up.
Don't lie, because you're loud as fuck. You're hitting red in my OBS.
That's fine. I want to hit red.
You don't want to hear red. That means you're peaking.
I want people to be able to hear me.
I'm turning you down because it's loud as fuck. And you're not even that quiet.
I was quiet on the last podcast episode.
You're fine. No. Listeners, let us know if he was quiet. I don't think he was quiet. I think he's just bitching. But
I was pretty quiet.
We're going to start this off with... I want to start off with the sad note. And then we're going to get progressively... the ending's going to be sad, too, of the things we're going to review. Honestly, I should have went over the Borderlands movie real quick. I was going to skip through it just to remember things. We'll get to that, though. I remember Jeepers Creepers. I honestly do not remember what Borderlands is about. But I think we'll get to that. I kind of remember. I know it's about the first game, obviously, but we're going to start with the sad note. Obviously, the other day, James Earl Jones passed away. He was known for many roles. Some of them, I only got two of them here, but the biggest one, I don't know if this is necessarily the biggest one, but Darth Vader. He was the voice of Darth Vader. And he was also the voice of Mufasa in both of the movies, or in all of them that Mufasa's in, I think. Even that live action
animated one. And the live action.
And probably the new one that was coming out, he probably did lines for that before he passed. But
no.
He might have.
Somebody else. I looked at the IMDb, it's somebody else.
Doing the grown-up version of him?
In the new one that's coming out?
Unless there's no grown-up version of him in that.
I don't think so. I think they're young. They're so young. It's a different person.
Well, anyway, James Earl Jones passed away. I don't know what the cause was. Couldn't find that, but I didn't really look into it too much. But he was just old, so it's probably just old age. He was 93. So hopefully it was peaceful death, not a terrible one. But that sounded, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. A moment of silence for Mr. James Earl Jones. All right. I don't want too much dead air, but yeah, shout out James Earl Jones. Doing I think he was the voice of Darth Vader up until he passed. I don't think anyone ever, other than the Anakin guy, doing the voice outside the mask. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else ever. Because even in the Obi-Wan show, he was the voice. I think, at least. I don't know why he wouldn't have been.
I don't think he played Darth Vader on the animated one, though.
Oh, probably not. Yeah. But yeah. Shout out James Earl.
He didn't do it for the game either.
Wow. None of them? Not even The Last Jedi or whatever? Wait, what was like... No. Wait, Survivor. Jedi Survivor. He's not in that one. He is in that one.
It's that one. It's I can't remember what he's... Yeah, it's a different guy that voices him.
In both of those.
But in both of them. He does a pretty good job. I can't remember what he's from.
Yeah, shout out James Earl Jones. Rest easy, brother. Anyway, I sounded bad because I'm white. I said brother. But another thing,
we say brother all the time.
Speaking of Disney, Ice Age 6 is apparently in the works. I think I've only seen the first two.
It's not a Disney movie.
That's what this says. Ice Age is, and works at Disney.
That is DreamWorks.
Doesn't Disney own DreamWorks?
They do?
Do they not? Well,
I don't know.
the article I found says Disney was making it.
Oh.
Does Disney own DreamWorks? I think they do. They own everything. It's like Coke. DreamWorks Animation is owned by NBC. Well, the thing I saw is, I mean, maybe Disney owns NBC. I don't know.
That's why we've seen Shrek at Universal then. Wait, that's not Disneyland. I'm fucking tripping balls.
Wait, what are you? Shrek's at Universal?
Yeah, Shrek's at Universal.
Shrek is a.
And then Shrek
What is
and
Shrek?
Donkey.
What is the
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks? Oh yeah, that is DreamWorks. Yeah. Yeah, Universal. Maybe Does Disney own Universal? Maybe. I doubt it.
I have no idea.
Universal. No, it doesn't. Hollywood Studios is owned by the Walt Disney. Hollywood Studios is owned by Disney. While Universal Florida is owned by NBC owns Universal. But apparently Ice Age is being made by Disney. The 6th one.
There doesn't need to be a 6th one.
I only know the first 2. No, wait, no. What is Ice Age 3? That one I think I've seen too. Ice Age 3, The Meltdown. Is that what it's called? Or Meltdown or something?
No, I think it's Dawn of the Dinosaurs and then Meltdown.
Ice Age movies. Ice Age franchise. I've seen 2 of them. I know that. Ice Age: The Meltdown is the second one. Ice Age I've seen. Ice Age: The Meltdown I've seen, and then Dawn of the Dinosaurs is the third one, and then you have Continental Drift, and then Collision Course.
Pretty sure I've seen them all.
I've only seen the first 2. Maybe Dawn of the Dinosaurs I've seen. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Has that one famous song. Dun, 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 dun.
That's the one.
Wanna...
Is that the one when they meet the women versions of themselves, pretty much?
Yeah.
Those are the woman mammoth, and then the little sloth-looking guy.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like you.
No, it looks like you, bitch.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking try to say that shit. What's the tiger's name? What's your big Ice Age fan? I can find it right here. Sid, Manny, Scrat.
Diego.
He's of your kind.
He's white. He's played by a white guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Diego is played by Dennis Leary. Oh yeah, look at that. Dennis Leary.
Diego doesn't have to be a fucking Mexican name either, bitch.
Name a white guy named Diego.
I'm sure there is one. I just don't know who.
Yeah, because you can't. Because none of them. White people are named like fucking John.
Thomas.
Sometimes, yeah. I think it's in the top 5 common names.
Common boring names.
My name is not boring. Name a better character name than Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, I'll wait. You can't. What's an Alex character, huh?
Alex Max.
Who the fuck is that?
Some Nickelodeon show, I think.
Exactly. Is there any porn off that? Probably not.
Alexander the Great.
That's a real guy.
Well, yeah.
Well, I can name a bunch of guys with my names that are famous. One of the most popular people in the world has my exact name.
Bane?
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Bane.
Why'd you call him Bane?
I don't know.
Anyway, speaking of Bane and then Tom Hardy being connected to Venom, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is reportedly one of the main characters in Avengers Doomsday, which I kind of figured it makes sense since RDJ is being Doctor Doom. It makes sense that he'd be one of the mains, seeing he has probably the highest, other than Pepper, the best relationship with him and the daughter.
I would have been disappointed.
Apparently, the older version of Tony's daughter is going to be in that movie as well. The actress that played the older version in a deleted scene. Because there was a deleted scene from Endgame when he dies where he goes to some some dream world or whenever when he dies, and he sees his daughter when she's older. What was his daughter's name? Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. Yeah, but that
Yeah.
actress is gonna be in the. Apparently, I don't know if this. Yeah, allegedly. And apparently, Secret
Is she
Wars is
gonna
also gonna
be
be.
Iron Woman?
I don't know. That just said that she'd be back. But also, apparently, Secret Wars is gonna be 2 parts, which I wouldn't doubt. The last end was 2 parts as well. So yeah. So it'd be 27
Interesting.
and then 28 for those. And then yeah, before we get to your Deadpool Wolverine plot holes. Actually, no, let's do all the Marvel stuff first and then we'll go to the PS5 Pro, which I need to get the specs for that. You can start reading off your thingies.
All right.
So these are Deadpool and Wolverine plot holes that are plot holes for the rest of the MCU movies.
So if you don't want to be, if you haven't seen the movie for some reason, you don't want to be spoiled, I guess you could avoid this part of the pod. But this article is from MovieWeb. Number 9. These are 9 facts, or not 9 facts, just 9 plot holes. How did Deadpool get to Earth 616? Almost immediately from the start, Deadpool and Wolverine shows that Wade Wilson traveled to the MCU designated Earth 616, a secret timeline, following the post-credit scene of Deadpool 2, where he used Cable's time machine to go back and alter the past. So his girlfriend Vanessa didn't
Didn't
die.
die.
It just says Vanessa died, and so she didn't die.
She dies in
Uh,
the second Deadpool, and then at the end of that movie, he uses it to go and get her back, or he
right.
stops the event from her dying. But
Which I think that's a plot hole in itself because he shouldn't be allowed to do that, and I thought the TVA was coming after him for that, and not.
that's what they baited the trailer with. Is that's what the reason was,
Yeah,
but never happened.
I
But
think that's a plot hole in itself too, because I don't think you're allowed to mess with the timeline of people's death. But
I also don't think he's
um,
on Earth 616. I just think he's in a universe where where it's just the same people. That or Deadpool and Wolverine happens before Endgame, and Tony is still alive.
but we might get to that in this next one. Uh, it says Deadpool's goal in traveling to Earth 616 is to join the Avengers and feel like he matters. One of the film's many meta jokes is about how Phantom saw the non MCU Marvel films as not counting because they could play along with the Avengers. Now, Deadpool obviously knows about Earth 616 or the Avengers, but that's not a plot hole since the very nature of the character is that he can break the fourth wall. The plot hole is how he traveled to another dimension since that isn't how Cable's time machine works. Then it says Deadpool 2 establishes that Cable's time travel device follows the same time travel rules that X-Men Days of Futures Past did. That a person travels back to the past and their actions in the past change the future. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, starting with Avengers Endgame, established that time travel does not change the future of the person traveling back, but instead creates a branching timeline in the multiverse as those altered events create a new reality. Cable's time travel device should allow Deadpool to travel back in time in the 20th Century Fox X-Men timeline, but it should not allow him to jump between multiverses.
I just
That
don't
is
think he's in 616 because Cable's time machine doesn't TP him to different universes. It's in that universe. Just Cable's from the same universe as Deadpool. 'Cause this just goes back in time and then forward. It doesn't. You don't go to a different world.
But then why would they lie about it with it coming on screen saying Earth 616?
Does it say that?
Yeah, it says that in the thing. It says Earth 616 when he's doing the interview with Happy.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, then I have no idea.
So I think that's why they brought it up. But yeah, that's number 9's plot hole. I guess I kind of explained it. I'm sure there's videos about this whole thing too. So, but number 8, Logan takes place after Deadpool and Wolverine. So Logan should technically still be alive.
Wait, he can't
That
be. They went to that and he was dead. Literally the intro ends this one.
well, let's read this. Deadpool and Wolverine begins with Deadpool digging up Wolverine's grave following his heroic death in the 2017 film Logan. Deadpool discovers that Wolverine truly is dead. Deadpool needs Wolverine because Logan's death sentence ripples across his universe, and his death as the anchor being, more on that in a moment, means that 20th Century Fox X-Men universe is dying. When Deadpool finds out that Wolverine is truly dead, he decides to go bouncing around the multiverse to find a replacement Wolverine. Yet Deadpool gets into a lot of trouble when he can find Wolverine in his timeline, since the events of Logan haven't happened yet in Deadpool's timeline. Logan's death takes place the year in 2029, while Deadpool and Wolverine takes place in 2024, about 6 years after the events of Deadpool 2. Now, ignoring the fact that Deadpool's timeline doesn't match up with the semi post apocalypse that Logan established as mutants had begun dying off, the film does establish the Deadpool movies taking place within the same timeline as Logan. This means that Logan in the 20th Century Fox timeline, Earth 1, was it Earth 10,005, as they call it, isn't dead yet and won't be for another 5 years. Deadpool could have just found the Wolverine in his timeline and recruited him. He also could have gone back in time to prevent Wolverine from dying in the place of the events of Logan, because the film only established that his death caused the timeline to fade away, not that it was an absolute point in time that had to occur. Deadpool's multiverse adventure could have been solved if he asked his friend Colossus to take him to the X Mansion to meet Wolverine or travel back to the final moments of Logan to save him. I mean, I don't remember them really establishing what year Deadpool and Wolverine takes place.
I don't know, but it doesn't make sense because Logan's body is in literally the intro. His skeleton. He has to be dead.
According to these guys, he'd still be alive, I guess. Um,
I don't think they ever established a year though. I have to watch it again. I've only watched it once. But
yeah, I mean, I might have to. Well, probably have to also watch a video on this if people even care. But um, yeah, number 7. How exactly do anchor beings work? Deadpool and Wolverine's most significant piece of lore to the MCU might also be its most controversial. The movie establishes that the concept of anchor beings who are so important to their universe that once they die, they begin to fade away. As the case in Deadpool's reality, it was Wolverine who was their anchor being. Now, this is a meta joke about the fact that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine became the star of the X-Men film franchise and seemed to struggle without him aside from Deadpool, but removed from the meta nature as a story element within the MCU makes for a few more problems. Anchor beings don't make sense as an in-universe concept or a meta joke. In bold highlight. Suppose an anchor being's death causes a universe to be destroyed. How are the universes functioning before the anchor being is born? Since the implication is that they could happen at any point in the timeline, is it a heroic act of self-sacrifice to make somebody an anchor being, or is a person predetermined? Does that mean a person who is the anchor being is destined to be born in that timeline and is chosen beforehand? Or does a particular act make one an anchor being? Does the MCU have one? And if so, who is it? If the MCU does have an anchor being, does that run against the franchise's theme of heroes not being born, but choosing their paths to heroism or heroism? Even in a meta sense, Wolverine being the anchor being doesn't make sense because the box office results of both Deadpool and Deadpool 2 showed that the X-Men movies could work without Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and it was less Jackman leaving the role of Wolverine that caused the franchise to collapse. But Disney buying 20th Century Fox, the more one thinks about anchor beings, the more problem it makes. I could agree with that. I honestly thought they just made it up to just as their way of just combining the studios and universes. I mean, It really sounds like they made it up, like on the spot.
Well, I think the anchor
Uh,
being thing is just a way to keep the TVA in the movies because Kang's gone now. Because Kang was the only reason the TVA was a thing, and now that that dude is gone, they need a reason for it to still be a thing for the rest of the saga. So they need anchor beings
or-
as a way to keep it connected, I guess. But
I
if the
think
MCU has one,
probably be Iron Man.
probably probably Tony could be Spider Man.
I mean, it's a plot hole. I mean, it's not a plot hole, it's just a question in itself. Like it says, like, is it somebody that's predetermined to be the chosen one in that universe, or do you have to do a heroic act, which I think Tony did plenty of. I mean, so did Captain America, but it makes you think who might be the anchor being. It could be Spider Man, but I think that pissed a lot of people off.
I mean, if there is an anchor
But
being in the MCU, we'll learn by Doomsday.
yeah,
Because one of the main things
uh,
of Secret Wars will probably be that.
yeah, I think they got to touch on that a bit.
Or they just drop it. It was just for this movie. Or something we do like one more, and then we'll save the rest.
All right, let's do. I guess I just do the next one. I was gonna skip that one. If Paradox is going behind the TVA's back, why does he care about Deadpool? Technically, the idea of anchor beings could have been explained as an unreliable information given to Deadpool by the film's villain, Mr. Paradox, but the concept is later confirmed by the new head of the Time Variance Authority, Hunter B15. So this must be true. While Mr. Paradox introduces himself to Deadpool as working for the TVA, Deadpool quickly realizes that he and his division are working off the books behind the leadership's back because he doesn't agree with the status quo established in Loki season 2 that they are meant to preserve timelines. He wants to destroy Earth 10,005 because he acknowledges it is dying following the anchor being's death. And instead of letting it die slowly over thousands of years, he wants to put it out of its mercy quickly. For someone so willing to follow his rulebook, he also clearly is interested in bringing in Deadpool. Um, to Deadpool and Wolverine's credit, it does try to offer an explanation, but one that comes with more questions. Mr. Paradox says the higher ups want to save Deadpool from his universe extinction because they have greater plans for him. Hammered home by the footage of Thor crying over a dying Deadpool, with the implication that is set to happen in the future. Yet, if Mr. Paradox is so willing to go against TVA higher ups, why does he care if Deadpool survives? He seemingly has no problem not saving Deadpool as he sends him into the void. So what does he want? So what would he do to explain the higher ups who wanted Deadpool alive? Also, how would he explain how Earth 10,005 just died suddenly without revealing that he used a time ripper on it? It feels like Mr. Paradox should not care about Deadpool, except if he didn't, the plot wouldn't happen.
Uh,
I mean, I guess that is true. If he didn't need Deadpool to come at all, he was gonna destroy that shit anyway.
yeah.
Which he brought Deadpool over, I guess because he's the best one from that universe, I guess. And since Wolverine is dead, I can kind of see, but I mean, technically, he doesn't need Deadpool for anything. He could have just blew up the fucking universe himself whenever he wanted.
And I have a quick
So,
thing about when Deadpool is in Thor's over Deadpool's body and crying. Do you remember in Deadpool 2 when they're in the car going to fight the kid, and then he asked Cable, "Where am I in 50 years?" And Cable says, "In 50 years, you're very much dead." What if the crying thing is part of that? It's probably not, but I was just thinking that Cable says in 50 years that he's dead.
could be that. It could be their way of adding that in. We don't. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen during the new Avengers movies. Could be a huge time jump or some type of rip in time. We don't know how long ahead these movies will take place either, so it's possible. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting how they add Deadpool though into the PG-13 movies.
Yeah.
If that's what they're gonna do, like add them to the Avengers, unless they're gonna finally make the Avengers like rated R, which would be sick, but doubt it. But yeah,
I do know
I
that
could see
apparently
that.
after the multiverse saga is over, that apparently the next
Mutant
saga is
Mutant
mutants.
Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
read that.
so he could probably he'll probably be in a couple more movies, but he'll probably mainly be in those since he's part of the X-Men for a lot of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or with them all the time at least.
Right.
But yeah, we did a couple of those. We'll do there's what, 5 more or something.
Forward. Oh yeah, 5.
We'll do the next 5 and the next one. Or we'll say we'll do like 3 more and then we'll do the last 2 in the episode after that.
Right.
What's the last one? Okay, we'll get to those at a different time. But that was your Marvel stuff for the week, ladies and gentlemen. At least that's all I have for now on the notes for Marvel stuff. So I think it was literally yesterday the PS5 Pro got announced. Was it just the PS5 Pro or did they show any games?
No, just I mean PS5 Pro, but then they showed like the enhanced versions of
Yeah,
current
nothing new
games.
games. No new
Not
games.
yet. Not yet. No.
Okay, so the PS5 Pro is probably dropping in November. I don't see a release date here.
November 15th or something.
It's always November, just
Yeah.
before Christmas. But has an upgraded GPU that has 67% more units than a PS5 console, 20% faster memory. Overall, this enables for 45% faster rendering for gameplay, making the experience much smoother. Has advanced ray tracing and has an AI-driven upscaling. So just overall better. I know that's going to be... I think there's just one variant of it. I don't think there's a disc version. I think you have to buy the disc drive if you want the
Yeah.
disc drive, which no one buys
It's
discs really anymore, but
just drive and stand.
are
Sold
separate.
separately. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think you really need to stand. I think it just stands up itself. If you
Yeah, I
want
mean
it.
you don't technically you don't need it. I don't use it on mine.
It's $700. I think there's just the one version, but it's just
Yeah.
700. Kind of looks like the PS5 Slim. Except it has the slashes in the side now.
I think it looks like the PS5 Slim, but I think they said it's the same size as the original.
So it's gonna be massive. But slim.
Yeah, but I think it's slim, yeah.
Oh yeah. So that comes out, November 7th, and pre-orders begin September 26th. If anyone wants to pre-order it. Well, speaking of, it's 9/11. Shout out
We
to
already
that.
Oh, we didn't do a moment of silence for that. We did.
We did it for James
Oops.
Earl. We'll do
Yeah.
another moment of silence. 9/11. All right, that was 20. What was that? 23 years ago. So, if there's anyone out there that doesn't know what 9/11 is, it's when the Twin Towers got 2 planes flew into the Twin Towers. I would have been 2 years old, or like almost 2, and Koolme would have been like 30.
Yeah, I'm a time traveler.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the PS5. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a new one coming out.
I might get it.
It's definitely gonna be the best console on the market.
The PS5 is already the best console.
Xbox doesn't stand a chance. They never did.
What?
I said the Xbox doesn't stand a chance.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Say what a
They don't have any.
game.
They don't have any fucking games.
Maybe the Switch can stand up a little bit. Switch is pretty
They're
good.
coming out the new. I think they're coming out the new Switch soon.
They don't get that many games
Plus-
either, I don't think.
No.
But yeah, PS5's coming out. Speaking of the PS5, though, we're gonna move right into this. So, well, you like to do this thing, right? Where The Crow's a good example. Where there's a lot of people that
Right.
didn't like it. He didn't understand why, and me neither. That's not what this
Right.
is about. But you can
Right.
you're like, we don't understand that. But tell me, why don't you get why people like The Last of Us 2? Because
I don't get it.
I was thinking of this. I was like, I can understand why people like it, but you just are completely shut out to the ideas of it being good. When in reality, The Last of Us 2 is a good game. I get why you
It's
don't
not.
like it. I get why you don't like it. And the same
It's a,
reasons. Joel
it's
was
a
done
terrible
dirty.
story.
If Joel didn't get done dirty, the game would have been fine.
That's the least of my issues with the game. It has nothing to do with that. Am I
That is
pissed that they killed him that way? Yes. In the beginning of the game, yes. It's the shitty writing. It's the way they treat Ellie. They treat her like complete dog shit. They make her the villain doing all the bad things. And then you got to play as Abby for fucking 12 hours after breaking my heart killing Joel. And I don't give a fuck about none of this like love triangle bullshit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about Abby. I don't care about her friends. They try to force you to play as her so you can get a hang of their group and see if you like it. I don't give a fuck about them. I was so pissed. The game is terrible. They give Abby all the best guns in the game. You only get like one good gun with Ellie, and it's at the end of the fucking game. The fucking SMG. And that's the only that part was badass when she goes to Santa Barbara or whatever. That part was cool. I liked that part. Because it was like it was like commando shit. Like you're just storming the house. You don't give a shit anymore. But the story is weak. The story is bullshit. No one gives a fuck about Abby.
yeah, but Joel was the bad guy.
No, he wasn't. They killed a lot of people. They even make fun of it in the game. Owen tells Abby, "Hey, you think I could go out and find the people that killed my parents too?" No, because no one gives a fuck. People move on. Abby has this fucking vengeance about her. It's okay for her to go out and fucking kill people, but it's not okay for Ellie. That makes sense.
You seem pretty passionate. I need you to calm down.
I'm passionate about hating this game. I will never, ever, ever, ever play it or the third one. Ever, ever, ever. I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna play the third one.
I'm not playing the third one as long as Abby's in the game.
She might be in it.
I don't care how I don't care about the game. I still think they're gonna team up in that game.
Maybe.
They're gonna force them to team up, and then you're gonna get both people that like Ellie and then people that like Abby. And then they're gonna force them to come together. That's what it's gonna be to take out whatever that group was, the rattlesnakes or some shit.
I have
The
no idea.
Rattlers.
The Rattlers.
I think it was the Rattlers. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I can go on and on about why the game sucks. The graphics were cool. The combat was amazing. But the story is trash. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I cannot be convinced.
Well, in that case,
It's not. I don't care. I thought Joel was gonna die in the game anyway, but not like that. Not like a piece of trash.
it's a cool death.
It wasn't.
It's pretty cool to get your head smashed in.
It wasn't by some NPC bitch. Who's not even in the first game. Who got retconned and rewrote into the first game. That's my rant.
Got issues.
Game sucks ass.
Anyway, I'm gonna do my last 10 interesting facts. We got 41 through 50. Fact 41. The Last of Us 2 is a good game and Koolme is just wrong. Oof.
It's fucking not.
It's
Terrible. It's a fucking
ladies and gentlemen, so I said he was close to the idea of it being good. I knew this was gonna happen. That's fine.
It's an awful game. You can't convince me that it's good. All the men die. She would have killed all the men. She was that close to killing Tommy in the end.
He got fucked up too. His eyes gone.
Yeah. All the women, nothing happened to them. Nothing. Hey, you know what happened at the end?
She
Ellie
fucks
got her
up.
fingers bit off.
She fucks up the pregnant bitch,
Oh, yeah, but
and she
then
fucks up
Ellie's the
Ellie.
bad person. Ellie's the bad person. Yeah.
Well, Ellie does
Stupid.
kill a pregnant bitch,
First of all, she didn't know she was pregnant. Second of all,
and then she kills Owen.
they attacked her.
No, Ellie literally attacked them first. They were just minding their business, and she walks into the room, aiming a gun at them. They got themselves killed, sure, but we're not talking about The Last of Us anymore.
All
Because-
she wanted was Abby. That's all she wanted.
Yeah,
And they had to be fucking heroes.
we're gonna protect their friend.
Right. What's that bitch didn't even like Abby? That's why it doesn't make sense. She was pissed off at Owen was fucking her. They were gonna leave without Abby. That's why it doesn't make sense.
You stop yelling at me.
I'm just telling you. When you take a step back, the game sucks. It doesn't make any sense.
You gotta calm your ass down. All right.
Don't bring up a trash game ever again.
I want to talk about trash games. I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
Yeah.
You've definitely played some fucking dog shit, like
I
any
have.
of those SpongeBob games.
No, those
Terrible.
are fun. Those are better than that Walking Dead trash that I played in that Kong.
That game is actually bad, and the Kong game is also very bad.
Yeah.
The Last of Us
SpongeBob
is better
games are
than all of
100%.
those.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather play those than The Last of Us.
Anyway, we're moving on to my facts. These are the last 10 of my interesting facts. 41. 7,641 islands make up the Philippines. Many sandbars and other landforms that appear at low tide, numbering in thousands, are not included. So the Philippines is just a bunch of islands. 42. Texas is where German chocolate cake was originated. Let's go. You ever had German chocolate cake? No, I guess not. The German and German chocolate cake is an American man. Oh, it was a guy. His name was German.
His name was German, or
His name was German.
Like the actual word
His
German,
name,
or
listen to what I'm saying. His name was German. That's what his name is. Not his name is a German name. His name is German.
Oh, so his name was German, not his,
Yeah, his name was German.
His
name is German. Not that he has a German name. His name is German. Sam
Gotcha.
German. His first name is Sam. Sam German.
Oh, it's not a German name. It's just
His name was Sam. His last name was German.
like German language German? Or
German, like the fucking
like
German.
Your name's Thomas?
Yeah. His name is German. What do you not understand? It was an American guy in 1852 named Sam German. His name was German. He doesn't have a German name. His name is German. That German is his name. Sam's his first name. German's his last name. 43.
German.
To travel the entire Mississippi River at drop of water takes 40 days, spanning 2,340 miles. The body of water is very long. In fact, it is so lengthy that it takes a single drop of water about 90 days to cross the full distance. There you go.
I would never cross the Mississippi River.
The what river?
Mississippi River.
You said the Mississippi. 44.
No, I didn't, bitch.
You said the Mississippi. Number 44. One vending machine is present for every 40 people in Japan.
Wow.
To every 40 peeps, there's one vending machine. But their vending machines have like hot dogs and soup and shit on them.
Yeah, they do. So they have the good shit.
We have our vending machines have soda and some fucked up candies that get stuck.
Chips. Yeah, like Swedish fish.
45.
Dog shit. Dog shit like
45,
that.
45, 40 fucking 5. Limes sink, but lemons float. Lemons are lightweight as compared to limes, which are slightly heavier when you put them in water. They are more likely to sink. So, Koolme, you're a lime and I'm a lemon. You sink, I float.
That doesn't make sense. You think the heavier object would sink?
I don't know what to tell you.
Science, I guess.
The heavier item does sink. Limes are the heavier thing.
No, lemons are heavier. Limes are smaller.
Limes are lightweight as compared to limes, which are slightly heavier.
What?
That's what this says. Limes are slightly heavier than lemons.
But they're small.
They're like the same size as a lemon.
No, bitch, limes are small as hell.
Which I know you'd be taking shots at tequila because that's what you do, but they're the same fucking size as lemons.
No, there's some small limes.
There's some small lemons.
Oh, there's not. Those things are the size of a baseball.
There can
Limes
be.
are the size of a golf ball.
Yeah, there's also things called cherry tomatoes and big tomatoes. There's different sizes of these things.
Yeah, a lemon and a lime.
The limes are sinking. They're heavier. I don't know what to tell you.
But they're
46.
smaller.
I don't care. 46. Bubblegum flavored broccoli was once made by Mackie D's.
That's fucking disgusting.
This astonishing fact will leave your taste buds numbed. The initiative to make kids eat healthier didn't go well with child testers. You were bewildered by the taste.
That is fucking awful. Who would want broccoli flavored breath?
Well, there's 40.
Might
There's
as well make
52 facts. don't know.
Onion flavored gum.
47. Oranges weren't always orange. In Southeast Asia, oranges were originally the color of green, and they were tangerine pomelo hybrids. In fact, oranges in warmer countries like Vietnam and Thailand continue to be green even after reaching maturity. Any issues with that one?
No.
Okay, good. Limes and lemons are the same fucking size.
They are, bitch. Look it up.
You just said they are. You agree with me.
No, they're not the same size.
You just said they are. The listeners heard it. We're
An
over.
accident.
I won. You lost.
It was
Fungi's
an accident.
48. Fungi can control the mind and take them and make them a zombie. That is literally the plot of the Last of Us show.
They're not zombies.
I'm just saying what this said. I'm just saying this is the plot of the show. I didn't call them zombies.
Nobody who's never played the game knows that thinks that they're zombies and they're not zombies. They don't take headshots to die.
Mitch, this has nothing to do with The Last of Us. That's just what I said. I need you to calm yourself.
Well, get your facts straight.
Bitch, I'm just saying that is the plot of the show. I'm not calling them zombies.
They're not zombies.
I'm not calling them zombies. No one called them zombies.
You just said zombies.
Yeah, this is what the fact is. This fact has nothing to do with The Last of Us.
Well, the fact is fucking wrong.
This has nothing to do with The Last of Us. Fungi can turn things into zombies.
They die.
Ugh, I wish I was right fucking next to you. So I could fucking just fucking uppercut your fucking chin.
They just came out with a video of a tarantula catching cordyceps and it dying. I think it was a tarantula.
This is
maybe
about-
it was a crab.
This is about ants. It controls their minds when they get the fungi.
Right.
Nothing to do with The Last of Us, okay? 49.
Yeah.
Out of all the alphabets, there's one letter that doesn't appear in any of the U.S. state. Can you guess which one? No, not X, not Y. It's actually letter Q that has never been in any of the U.S. state names. I guess there's no names with Q in it in the U.S.
Why?
I don't know. 50. There's actually 52 facts, and it's not 50, so this thing's lying. A cow bison hybrid is called beefalo.
Beefalo.
I have a bonus fact. When you get multiple things of like beef, you're meant to say beefs. That's the proper way to say it to a butcher.
Beefs.
Like, can I get 2 beefs?
Interesting.
51. For snow, Scotland has 421 words. Some examples of them would be skelf, sneasel, spitters, feeful, flindrinken, and many more. You've never seen snow, so you wouldn't understand.
I've seen snow, bitch.
Now you're a Cali guy. You don't know what snow is. You've seen
Right.
cocaine snow because you snort that shit.
Yeah.
52.
All day long.
The final fact: 3/4 of SEO is off page. Only 25 of SEO is on page, and the rest, I don't even know what the fuck this is talking about. There are 3.8 million searches on Google every minute. What to say that? There's 3.8 million searches on Google every minute. That was all of my 52 facts. 53 if you count my extra. So yeah, that was all that. I don't know what the next fact thing is going to be. We'll probably stick to the Deadpool plot hole thing for I'll get something else. But those are my facts. And I'm going to read you these 2 Reddit confessions, and then we'll get on to the main appetizer. Well, technically only one of them, or the other thing is just a sentence. This one is from a deleted user. They don't exist anymore. So I don't know their name. But the story is, I'll never have sex because I'll never be able to trust people. And we were originally going to do this with Or, but we ran out of time because that episode was almost 2 hours long. But I'll never have sex because I'll never be able to trust people. There are a lot of reasons why: small dick, crippling social anxiety, and so on. They all combine to make me extremely unappealing sexual partner. I think I know who wrote this one. I think it was you. Did you walk away? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This dude walked away while we're recording the pod. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, I stay here the entire time. I don't walk away. I'm here until it's done. I'd sit here for 5 hours straight if it meant getting a banger pod out. Remember that when this fucker leaves. Next sentence. Small dick is probably the biggest one. No pun intended. I don't want... Shut the fuck up. I don't want to be laughed at, rejected, or negatively gossiped about. I don't want to spend years building up trust with a woman only for her to pull out a small dick joke or gossip about me post-breakup. People simply can't be trusted if you have a small dick, in my opinion. They really become vicious and cruel to you once you find out about it. Gay men are even worse than women about it, honestly. I feel...
How would he know?
Maybe he's bi, I don't know.
Right.
I feel comforted and reassured when I read about all the stats about how older male versions are becoming more common. It kind of makes sense to me when social media is filled to the brim with posts extolling the virtues of tall men with large dicks. It fucks with your head. Even though I'm not short, oh, this can't be you then, and teaches you that people cannot be trusted. Ultimately, I feel I am protecting myself, or I too accept the delusional optimism about size not mattering that nightmare scenario could play out, which would likely result in my suicide. Better to avoid sex and to keep my size a secret than for the secret to get out and become a laughing stock. It really sucks. Really, how do you receive your level of masculinity is directly correlated with your size. Goes to show that humans can never escape the monkey part of their brains, and men with small dicks need to avoid sex to protect themselves from incredible cruelty of those they make the mistake of trusting. That was the whole thing.
I think I wrote that.
Anything on that?
Mm,
I think he's being a little too hidden.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, if I was him, I'd just be like, hey, I got a small cock. If you are fine with that, then I'm fine with that.
I mean, the vagina
I'm
is
not
only so
gonna
deep.
exactly like hey, I always try to get it out in the beginning so I don't waste our time. Like, hey, I got a small cock.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that, if you think you could handle that, then I'm good. But I don't want to waste your time if you're not down with the small ones. That's my thing.
And there's a comment under here says the second best sex I ever had was with a guy with a micro penis, like literally the size of a finger. She liked it.
Then there's a chance for me. There's got to be some women out there that like that.
Yeah, that's the first
Uh,
one. This one you're gonna like. This one's called "Everyone Sucks," and the
yeah,
sentence is, "Everyone sucks." That's the whole thing.
I like it.
Not everyone sucks.
Not everyone, no, not everyone.
Well, then you don't agree with it.
Well, I agree with it somewhat.
She's saying I suck. Okay, cool.
No, I mean,
That's fine.
sometimes when you don't tell me that you love me back,
I'm never gonna say that to you. I don't say it to anybody.
you suck.
I don't say it to anyone, so I don't know what's the issue here.
You don't say it to your mother.
No, I said it to the dog.
You don't say it to your father.
No,
Why?
no one.
Why?
I just don't say it.
But why?
Why do I need to say it? They already know.
It's good to let them know every once in a while.
They know.
But it's good to know. It's good to let them know. So,
I'll let them know.
like right now.
No, I'm not doing it right now. I'm not gonna walk away from
Uh,
the pod like you do.
I had to use the restroom really bad. Okay.
You couldn't have said, "Hey, let's pause for a second."
No, because I thought I could get away with it.
You didn't think I was gonna fucking
I,
ask you something, did you?
no, because I thought you were gonna read something and then it wasn't gonna be about me, and it ended up being about me.
That was all my shit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into these dumbass fucking movies. And when I say they're
Oh,
terrible, it's
the crow dropped in price. It's
the what?
$29.99 now. The crow, the steelbook.
That dropped. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Because no one's gonna buy it. When you order it, it says August 1st, 25. It's like it doesn't exist.
oh, yeah, yeah.
But anyway, we're
Well,
gonna start.
it'll be out a little. Yeah.
Just stop talking when I'm talking, would you? You're just talking about fucking The Crow. Like, we're not even talking about that. I'm out here mid sentence and you bring up The Crow.
Popped up in my brain when I was looking at it.
Why don't you focus on what we're doing? That's fucking 2 strikes. You know what happens in baseball when you get a third? You're fucking out. Don't fuck with me. Right, we're talking about. So me and Koolme, like,
You can't replace me.
shut the fuck up. You just did it again. If I was gonna replace you, I would just bring Nick. Your arch nemesis.
Right. Right.
I was actually talking to Nick the other night because he fucking called
Yeah.
me like 3 a.m. and I said, "Hey, once you ask your," I was gonna be because he was asking me something. I said I can't do that, and I said, "Once you ask your arch nemesis," and he said, "You're not." So you guys are still pretty good buddies.
I never said that he was a nemesis at all.
I'm not saying you said that. I said that. I said, "Go ask your arch nemesis," and he says he's not my arch nemesis. I'm saying that I said it, but he said he's not, or that you're not his.
Good. I mean, I was never beefing with him anyway.
We're not talking about this. We're talking about these terrible movies, right? Like 3. If you interrupt me, you were fucking about to do it too. Like 3 weeks ago, me and Koolme watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn and Borderlands. Don't ask us how we watched Borderlands. It was on a completely legit site. Actually, we went to the theater and saw it.
I bought it. I bought it on Voodoo.
That's where it was? Okay, we're good then. I thought
And
you
then he
pirated it.
watched. And then he had no. And then he has Hulu.
You bought that?
Borderlands.
You paid money for that?
Yeah, I paid money for it.
How much was that?
Like $20.
You paid 20? Oh my fucking god. We'll get to that. Holy shit. It's not just on Voodoo as a thing you can just open.
No.
Crunch in my fucking ear one more time.
Sorry.
Wait, we watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn and Borderlands. We're going to recap both of them because they were both terrible. We're going to make this a little fast because I don't want this episode to be 30 years long again, but Jeepers Creepers Reborn. This movie, they're actually getting sued by the company that made the first three, that studio, because they didn't ask if they can make this. Because originally this movie was going to be part of the canon. It is not because they're getting sued. So this movie is completely different from those three. If you watch the movie, he's a completely different fucking character, honestly. This movie, we're going to do a quick, we're going to do a spoiler review off the bat. No one gives a fuck. This movie's dog shit. I think it's in IMDb's top 50 worst rated movies. I think it was number 28 or something. It's bad. The movie's terrible. There's nothing good about it. But the weird thing about it is the beginning compared to when it actually gets into the main cast. Like the beginning, the start of the movie, other than the fucking awful camera work. Because, I don't know. Because it's weird, because the old couple in the beginning almost seemed like it was a show, but then there's also that poster that says they're missing.
Yeah, it was a documentary, I think. It wasn't a show, it was a documentary.
It had to be a show. They didn't know
No,
they
it
were
was a
being filmed.
documentary. It was a documentary.
How's it a documentary? They weren't being followed by a camera guy.
I don't know, bitch. Maybe they were using like dramatization. It just happened to be those characters.
What I'm saying is it's the same two dudes that were part of that were in that poster. So it doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Because if they were dramatizing something that happened to someone else, it had to have been those two because they used the same two in the fucking picture. All I'm saying is that makes no fucking sense.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
And there's also shots, because that's where I was getting to, because there were shots of the creeper's truck where you could literally just see a white guy in the driver's seat. It was just some white guy. And then his hands didn't have any makeup on them. They were just the dude's hands.
They explained it in the video.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that had to have been, those two were just doing some movie or something. And that wasn't actually, because if they're trying to show the creeper, they did a terrible job. Or if that was just not the creeper and it was something else. But I think it was about the creeper because that dude was talking about, that's what he was talking about.
It wasn't the creeper. It was about the creeper. They don't know what he looked like at that point.
But they did have, there was like a couple times throughout the movie where they had like 4K footage of it, but they couldn't see him. Like the actual creeper.
Yeah. They thought it was somebody in a costume.
Like, is that someone in costume? And the creeper also gets extremely close to the whole fucking... He, like, walks up to that one dude's thing, and he steals the shuriken things. And no one sees him.
Yeah. No. They probably think he's just some regular fella.
How many kills are in this movie? Like, I mean, there's the gay guy in the beginning. Yeah, there's the gay guy, and then there's the dude that goes out and pisses.
Yeah, don't worry, he actually got a death. The gay guy was the one that pissed.
No, because there's that one guy that, remember the guy had the thing through his chest and he like ran into the crowd? You remember it.
So there was two gay guys?
The second guy wasn't gay. The first gay guy was the one that was in the car and he was talking to the chick on the phone.
Then he went to take a piss.
Yeah, he was pissing, but the other guy was also... I guess the other guy was pissing, but he was smoking a cig.
Yeah, they all went to go take a piss.
Out in the woods, like extremely deep into the woods for no reason.
And she pissed by the car. Like, you're not a woman.
Yeah, so that gay guy dies and then the other guy dies. And I guess the only thing this movie does is they show that creeper waking up, which the other three don't. Because I mean, the other three are
That
in the
was
same cycle.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I like
They-
that they did that.
This one shows him waking up. That's about as good as it gets. Except he looks terrible.
Yeah, he looks awful. He just looks like a skinny dude in terrible makeup.
I guess the gay guy does get his face eaten because when a creeper wakes up is when that gay guy gets eaten or killed,
Yeah,
and he
he's like
uses
one of the only
his
ones that has a on-screen death.
yeah. Well, there's the one Asian chick gets the axe to the dome,
Yeah,
and I guess the one dude gets impaled into the wall.
yeah. They
But
showed like a few.
there's the gay guy. He gets his face like eaten by that shit on his back of his head.
Yeah, like it's like the Venus flytrap thing that he
That
has.
thing that's on his head. Which I don't think he ever does in the other three.
It comes out, but he never actually eats anybody with it.
It's just like a little scary thing. Yeah, he kills a gay guy, then the dude at the thingy, and then he kills that camera guy, huh? I guess, but first we can
It
talk about
feels
what the plot of this movie is. So basically, there's this couple going
it's
to.
awful. It's
It's a
awful.
couple going to a like a scare thing. I don't know what a scare event. I don't know.
It's like a con. It's like some type of con. I'm pretty sure it's a creeper con.
Something, but there's a bunch of people in like costumes. There was a Pennywise guy. There was Michael Myers, Freddy, uh, Jigsaw, or whatever that thing's name is.
That's where all the budget went to.
Yeah,
Getting the rights to use those masks.
probably. I don't even know what the budget was. Let's find out. But yeah, the rest of the plot is this couple is going to this thing, and then she's like pregnant, and then like she gets visions from that one bitch when they go into that store.
Of them taking her baby. Some cult. It's a
So they
creeper cult.
the budget was 5 million.
It's like where to go. It's like they shot the first 10 minutes of the movie like on an actual like
That was like the
location.
first 10 minutes looked like an actual movie, and then it switched to an iPhone.
An iPhone with a ton of green screen.
Oh, the green screen work was terrible.
It was awful.
The
It was the worst thing I have ever seen. It's like a sci-fi movie.
literally think of movies on the Sci-Fi Channel, ladies and gentlemen. Like Sharknado is a good one. It looks just like Sharknado, maybe worse. Which we should
I
watch
would
those
say
too. I've never
worse.
seen those.
I haven't either.
But yeah, the plot: she's pregnant, and they want the baby for the creeper. I don't know what they're. I think they're trying to birth another creeper, maybe with her baby. I don't know. They
They
don't
never
really.
really explain it.
They don't really say why they want the baby, but they want something to do with the baby that's in her belly.
Being
But
reborn, I think it just has to do with being reborn with for the creeper or some shit.
yeah. So yeah, they're going to this thing. They want the baby. They go to the thing. The creeper starts fucking things up. They go to this house, which it's like a haunted house or something it was meant to be. But then they get trapped in the house by this cult, the creeper cult, I
Creeper
guess.
cult.
These, I guess, basically, they were leading him to the house so the creeper could trap them in the house, and then he would kill all of them. And
Which is we didn't even bring up the fact that they changed the lore of him. He just eats, he just kills, and he doesn't
mhm,
pick specific people to eat. He just if he loses an appendage, he just kills somebody and then takes it from them.
mhm.
Doesn't actually like pick and choose like certain people that he wants. Doesn't do that sniffing thing that he does. He did some stupid ass whistle.
Like, he has a whistle power in this that like hurts their ears.
But he doesn't do anything. He blows the whistle and then lets them fucking fall on the ground and then doesn't kill them.
Mm-mm.
He just lets them get back up and run away. Like he's
There's
just fucking with them, I guess.
just one point where they're in the attic, and they shoot him in the hand. Then he takes his arm off. But then he just takes a random arm. He doesn't like, because in the original, 3, I guess really just the original. The first one is the first 2. He like sniffs the people that he wants. Like, oh, he want like in the first one he wanted Derry's eyes. That's why he didn't take the sister.
Yeah.
He doesn't want anything from the sister. He wants Derry's eyes. And then in the second one he takes the head from that one guy because he has good head, I guess. Yeah. But this one he just kills. He eats body parts. He just doesn't do it for any reason. Any body part will work for him. And like we also said, he has this whistle power. He does like some whistle shit and it hurts them. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't really seem to be able to sense where his weapons are at, like he can in the original, because they just have his shurikens, like that dude at the thing just had them. Which I guess you could get, but I feel like he never really leaves anything behind. Because even in the second one, in the second Jeepers Creepers, when the dad gets the knife, it starts like flying around the room.
Yeah.
Not a thing in this one. They also take his axe. He just lets him take the axe that he throws into that chick's head. But I guess another part of the plot is the dude. I don't remember their names, which me and Koolme didn't know any of their names until like the end. I couldn't tell you now.
Yeah, I don't remember the names.
Any of them. None of them. Other than
I think
they don't even call him Jeepers. They don't play the Jeepers Creepers song. He plays a song, which is another thing.
play a song. Yeah.
He gets mad when he breaks the fucking the music thing.
He
breaks
gets
it,
pissed.
and he starts like, yeah. But another part of the plot is the reason they go to this house in the first place because they win a competition at this Scare Con thing, so they get to go to this house to do the haunted house or whatever, and then they get trapped and all that other shit happens. And apparently in this one he can control the crows, which is not a thing he can do in the other 3. Because at the end he gets impaled, and then the crows, I guess, teleport his body or something back to this place, and then he's alive again. Yeah, it's just bad.
But nothing ever happened. The cult never goes back to the house.
Yeah.
They leave the girl who's pregnant with the baby by herself, and then she escapes. They do stab her once.
The creeper stabs
Well,
her,
the creeper stabs her
in the stomach or whatever.
He does do the sniff thing, I think, once when when she stabs herself with the shuriken thing. He like they kind of he can kind of see her or feel her. But then he doesn't feel or see her when she's in the house. So that's another stupid thing. He was like specifically after her, and he never really he didn't give a shit. Like he couldn't feel or sense her in the house at all.
And that's the other thing when she's in the house. And we were fucking laughing about this in the movie. She was like in some like random like I don't know, like dungeon jail cell thing. On this table, she escapes, and it cuts back to the house. They're like in the attic of this house, and the chick that gets taken falls through the fucking ceiling. Where did she come from? Where's this? How's she in the house? She was never even in the house. Because when the creeper flies out of that hole, he's like in a field.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
She's just in the house now, above them, stomping like with boots, and she doesn't have any shoes on. It's a terrible fucking movie. But yeah, they impale. He gets taken. Then that dude falls off the roof and just dies.
Which was funny because there was like a I don't even know what you call it. There's another roof under it where they were at.
Yeah, and he like falls past that.
He falls past that, which is probably at least 20 feet out, maybe more. And he falls past that and just dies. And it's just an awful movie.
But at the very end, when she's in the cop car, her eyes like turn black or something. So she did get infected by him or whatever.
Yeah, I think they were trying to do like we talked about like the comic book storyline not too long ago on one of the pod episodes, where the guy cuts himself and he kind of because becomes one with the Reaper. I think they were trying to do something with that story, and I think they kind of became one. Um,
This will never get another one.
it doesn't make sense if they stuck with the same lore of him coming out for 23 years to eat. He doesn't really do that. He's just killing.
Mhm.
He only killed in the beginning for to get his strength back, and then after that he just killed randomly. Like they made him into a slasher rather than some demon. And he does, I mean, like when he does get shot in the hand, he replaces it with the other dude's hand, yeah. But he's not like
Just a random hand.
eating. He's not eating. He's a random hand. He's not eating to survive. He's just eating because he has to replace his parts. So the movie's dog shit. Um,
I'll give it 1 out of 10.
sure, I could do 1 out of 10. I do 0 if I can, but the one redeeming, I'll give it a 1 before the redeeming aspect that they showed him waking up in the beginning.
Which where he woke up, I feel like you would find him. He's just in a shed.
Yeah, it was pretty like it wasn't hidden at all.
And his original truck is there too. I mean, it looks like the original at least. Then he
Yeah,
just drives it into that fucking thing.
oh yeah, he drives it
Drives
into
like the telephone pole or whatever.
yeah,
Or
the
the big
electrical
power pole.
power thing.
And he
Yeah,
just leaves it and it gets caught on fire. That's where all the fucking budget went. That was probably 2 mil.
probably was.
He just cuts power off to this Scarecon, which has like 20 people in it. Which I think it's meant to look like there's more, but there's not.
Right.
I don't know how this thing is. I don't know. Like, it's terrible. The movie's awful. I will give it 0 out of 10. It's terrible. I'll give it 1 just because he does wake up. We get to see that actually.
Yeah, 1 just because he gets to wake up.
Everything else awful. Green screen, the acting, everything is terrible. If this got a sequel, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But we'd
just
have to watch it because then we have to make fun of it.
oh yeah. Just continue the original 3 storyline. Just keep that going. Or make 1 more. Because the end of the 3rd one, they fucking show the chick from the first one. Like she's gonna come
Yeah.
back for him. They never fucking did that.
No, that would have been cool.
You don't need the fucking kitty toucher to make the 4th one. Just make the 4th one. Get someone else. We just need the original
Exactly.
Creeper actor. Just get him back. Don't make the Creeper
Yeah,
a fucking COD fucking slide canceling fucking slasher guy.
Yeah.
Just make him
This
fucking
Creeper
scary
was
as fuck for
awful.
the first one.
He looked awful. His design was awful. His hat looked like duct tape or foil spray painted black.
Yeah.
It's literally what it looked like. Oh, terrible movie.
Awful. Now it's time to go to the Borderlands is definitely better. That being said, it's also bad.
Little bit more watchable, but it is also very bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of the Borderlands games, this one really only connects to the first one. The other ones are about different stuff. But this one is about finding the vault. And the actors, the cast is good. It's just the movie's bad. Because it has nothing to do with anything. Everything they do just doesn't make sense.
Very true.
I did have it up. I had big names though. You had Kevin Hart. You had Jamie Lee
Who's actually
Curtis.
not annoying. He was not as annoying as Jack Black.
Jack Black plays Claptrap, the little robot. You have Kevin plays Roland. You had Florian Munto. He plays Krieg. You have Jamie Lee Curtis plays Dr. Patricia. Gina plays Mad Moxie. Kate Blanchett plays Lilith, which this is mainly a Lilith movie, which the game is not just about Lilith. but they made this all about her. And then you have Tiny Tina, played by Ariana Greenblatt. But
That's
she's
part of the
underage.
movie.
She's underage. Don't sexualize her.
Not.
But yeah, Kate Blanchett's character Lilith is
How old is she?
Kate with the little girl,
Yeah.
17.
Oh, okay.
She played Tiny Tina. This movie is mainly about Tina and Lilith, for the most part. Everyone else is kind of just a side character. So the movie starts with Kevin stealing Tina from a prison because Atlas is keeping there because she's like the key to the vault, or at least they think that. Which I don't think because in this movie, Tina is created in a lab. In the game, she is not. She's birthed by people, but she didn't like loses contact with her family or something. Like she like gets lost or whatever.
Right.
Everything else about her is like throwing like explosive shit and stuff. That's right. It's just she's not born in a lab. As far as I know. Lilith was pretty decent. I mean everything. I think in the game though she knows that she's what the fuck is she called? A phoenix or whatever. That's no, it's right there. That's it's an S word. A siren.
Siren.
I think in the game she knows she's a siren because I think she does it in the beginning of the game. All that shit. So this game is almost kind of doing its own thing. Because I don't think Atlas is even part of the first game. I don't think they're a main antagonist. I think just the little psycho guys. I haven't played the first game in a long time, so I'm not sure.
I haven't played them at all, so I can't. I'm just judging it on a move. I'm based on the movie part.
And the Krieg guy, the big buff guy that was following them, or was Tiny Tina's friend, also is not a thing. He's just an enemy in the game. I don't think Krieg is even a character at all. I think they made that up. Let me look that up. Because he was dressed up as a psycho, which there is big psychos, like the size of him, but they're just enemies. Let me look at that. Oh, he's a character. Krieg is a playable psycho class character. Oh, he's a playable psycho. Okay. Never mind, I was wrong. So yeah, he's a playable character. So everyone that was on the team is a playable character. But Kevin Hart's character was a little tiny for what he was meant to be playing, but he did good enough, I guess. The bus driver was perfect. Sounded just like him. It's not the same actor. Sounded just like him, though. We don't talk about all that, but the movie's bad. Everything they do makes no sense. There's no reason for any of it. They only show like 3 different guns. The whole point of these games is that there's billions and billions of gun variants, and you can use them all. They use like 3.
Right.
I guess one of the benefits you get to see some Jamie Lee Curtis tits.
There's a lot of cleavage.
There's a lot of cleavage.
Especially
Mad Moxie.
Yeah, when they go to the bar.
Then there's like everyone. Everyone there's.
So massive cleavage action.
So eventually,
Kate Blanchett was looking good.
Yeah. She's a bounty hunter, which I think she is in the game. But I think in the game she's also classed as a vault hunter, though. So, in this, she doesn't like to be called a vault hunter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Also, Krieg is a character in Borderlands 2, not the first one. So,
well, didn't you say Tina also didn't come until the second game too?
She's in the first one. I just never saw her, but she is in the first one. Yeah. So I haven't played him in a long time. The movie probably would have been better if the villain was Handsome Jack, which I saw a lot of people say. Handsome Jack's the villain in the second game. He's a dude that like got his face fucked up, so he puts another face over top of it.
Oh, like Leatherface.
Yeah, but not all fucked up. It's like actual.
Oh.
The movies, I honestly don't know. Like, they go to the vault, they find these keys. Ends up Lilith is the key. and then she becomes a siren. They go into the vault.
They don't do anything with the vault.
They
They
don't
just
actually.
send that dude. They just send that dude in there, and
The
then they
Atlas,
kill him.
the Atlas guy goes in there, gets killed by a squid thing, and then they leave the vault, and that's it.
They don't actually do anything with the vault. I don't think they ever. Yeah, they don't. They
Yeah,
don't do anything.
they like go in there for a little bit. Lilith fucks with that guy because they take Tina in there. That guy takes Tina in there. Lilith fucks with them. She dies. They leave. That's it. I don't. They bait like the Kevin Hart's character dies, which then he comes out. Well, they don't. I mean, it's kind of obvious he's gonna live. They don't show him actually dying,
Right.
but they make it seem like, oh, he's gonna die. They get attacked by all the psychos.
It's just. This is one of those times where I believe what everyone said about a movie. It. I'm not as harsh on it. It's pretty bad. It's boring. It doesn't really make any sense. Uh, the actress that plays Tiny Tina and Jack Black really try hard to carry the movie. But Jack Black gets annoying after like 10 minutes, after maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And then it's just like it's just like obnoxious. Like,
He does play good Claptrap because Claptrap's like that in the game.
oh, well, I guess then that makes sense for,
He just like say things that are like meant to be good, but then he's like says some like psycho, like, oh, you go in there and like if you go in there, I hope you like I don't even know what fucking things he says, but he says like good things that end with like bad comments.
yeah,
Or like one point he thought Lilith because in this movie Claptrap was designed to help Lilith until she like dies or something. And whenever he thought she died, he's like celebrating it, and he's like, "Oh, you're not actually dead."
right. That part was pretty funny. There
The
were some funny moments, but it was really forced.
and
A lot
the
of the,
action would have been better if there was blood. There's no blood in this.
yeah,
They're just kind of shooting their
there's,
guns.
and
At,
then people die.
yeah,
They had, I liked, I mean, even though they didn't show any blood or anything, I liked that they had that because that's what I wanted the Uncharted movie to be. There was like literally no killing at all. And that's pretty heavy in the Uncharted series,
mm-hmm.
like killing and stealth and things like that. There was like one kill, I think, when he gets launched out of the plane, he kills that guy in an accident. But yeah, that's what I wish the Uncharted movie had was more gunfights. And
Second one
that's
will
what I
probably
liked
have
about,
more. So I'm pretty sure they're making
yeah,
a second one. It made a
I
lot of
think they
money,
are. It did.
like 400 mil or something. Also, side note, The Crow has a higher score than the Borderlands. Just so everyone knows.
Let's go.
Borderlands has 2.7. Crow has 4.6, which is criminal,
Damn.
but yeah. Borderlands did make more money though, which I don't think Borderlands was getting shit on from the fucking off though. So, but we're not talking about The Crow. That's over with.
I think Borderlands got shit on right from the trailer.
I think Borderlands is another movie that didn't fucking get like any advertising until like a couple days later, like before it was coming out.
That
Like
happened to the Crow too.
exactly.
It's
Uh,
like they know the movie's gonna fail.
I think they tried Borderlands tried to change what they like. I don't know why they do this to all the game. Like the games are popular for what they are, and they're trying to change it. Just do what the game is. Like why are we trying to change what we already know works?
Exactly.
Like the Uncharted movie is literally other than him not really killing a lot. That's literally Uncharted. They
That's
travel all
pretty
around the
much.
world and he's looking for something.
They rob shit. Rob
That's what
shit.
they do.
Heist. The
Maybe
heist stuff.
maybe Uncharted had a little. Maybe Mark Wahlberg wasn't great Sully, not old at all, which Sully's old. It's a little odd,
Yeah.
but it works, I guess. Tom Holland's good. Maybe he could be a little older, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He
I think
works.
they could have got somebody different, but he works for the role. Yeah. Just a little. He looks a little young.
Especially if they are making the second one. Here's the other thing about Uncharted. We're gonna talk about. We're done with Borderlands. I give Borderlands a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. The redeeming part is probably the action, and then Tiny Tina.
Action was all right. Tiny Tina's cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
she was
Claptrap
funny. The
is
one part she
good.
says, "Some kid," or I forget what she tells her.
Yeah, yeah. She calls Lilith a kid or whatever.
Oh, is that other? Was that other chick? What's her name? Doctor.
Patricia.
Yeah, she calls her. She calls her a kid.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's like, I can't remember. I need that as a sound command though. It's funny as hell. I wasn't expecting that.
But yeah, 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I can do 2 out of 10.
But back to Uncharted. If they do, whenever they make the second one, which who knows when this could be because Spider-Man and all that's happening. But speaking of Spider-Man, real quick, there was leaks, air quotes on that because it was debunked already. That the Beyond the Spider-Verse movie was getting delayed to 27, but then because they were like make like a whole like the first like half of the movie got like scrapped because of like issues at the studio or something, but then it got debunked. So Beyond the Spider-Verse is still coming out, I think next year, hopefully, or 26, but not 27. People, a lot of fucking things
Hopefully,
these days, because GTA 6 and now that and some other things have been just people just coming out lying about things being delayed. Because GTA 6 had a massive fucking thing saying it was being delayed till 26. It's not. It's still coming out next year, fall. And then same for Beyond the Spider Verse. It's still coming out. I mean, it did get delayed indefinitely, but it's still coming out. I think next year or 26, not in 27.
all right.
The composer and then someone that actually is working on the movie came out and said nothing. None of that is true.
Hmm.
But back to Uncharted. If they make this, because okay, this is the other thing. The first Uncharted movie was a mix of like the first game and the third game, because there's the plane thing from the third game, and then a bunch of that stuff, and then there's the first game. If they make the second one, it needs to be just the second game, because that would be awesome. Especially when he's in the train and he goes into the mountains and shit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It actually was a mix of all. It was a mix of 1, 3, and 4 because the ship.
Oh
The
yeah,
ship.
yeah. Four. There's like nothing from two. Disrespect. That's the best one.
Well, then they have that clip at the end, the post credits,
With his brother.
which is part of 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that and then with Sully having the mustache, and then they were bringing in, I think, the character from part 2. Because they were looking for the ring. It was
Yeah.
the ring. They need Nathan's ring for the find Shangri-La or whatever. Or maybe that was 3. No, that was 3.
Yeah, when they go into that desert place.
Yeah. But yeah, the same thing. They had this guy working for somebody that they show off screen, um, which I'm assuming is what I forget her name, Monroe or something.
Chloe's in the movie. His wife. That one. I forget her name. The wife. With the blonde hair. I remember that character's name.
The wife.
Yeah, his wife in the fourth game, and then the love interest throughout the other
Oh,
three.
Elena.
Lena. She's not in the movie at all. She'll probably
No,
be in the second one. They'll probably because they didn't even do the Uncharted 1 intro on the boat.
no.
That'll probably be in the movie. And then they need to do the stuff in the on the train and when he's in the snow. Maybe don't do the ending when he fights those fucking monster things. Because I don't think they ever
Yeah,
really fight fucking random creatures in this universe, but they do in the second one. I've only played the third one like once, so I don't really remember it. But
yeah. I don't
yeah,
think they. I don't think they. I don't think they fight anything weird like that in the third or fourth game.
yeah. Just let's hope the second one's good. This randomly brought in Uncharted to this, but I'll give the Uncharted movie 7 out of 10.
I thought it was pretty good. I could do 7 out of 10. It's
I think I actually
watchable.
watched this in theaters. I think I did. Maybe not. No, I didn't. I don't know.
I didn't. I
It's
waited.
it was definitely better than the other two things we talked about. In terms of a video game movie, it's up there.
It's 100% better than Borderlands. That's for sure.
It's better than Borderlands. I've never seen the Assassin's Creed movie, but it's probably better than that. Uh,
I haven't seen that one either.
I've never seen the new Tomb Raider film, the newer one from years ago, with that one chick.
It's okay. I think it might be better than the originals.
But really, they just need to make their stuff as good as the Fallout series, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
And the Fallout series honestly didn't even show that much, and they still are better than all these things. Which, speaking of Fallout show, it won an Emmy for the music, I think. Fallout
Music
show
was music was really good.
Emmy. What it won it for? Did that a win though? Emmy win. Fallout Emmy Awards. It got nominated for like everything, but it only won. Yeah, won for music supervision.
Nice.
But didn't win anything else, unfortunately. But which I mean, a video game show winning and one of these is insane.
Oh yeah.
The dude that plays the Ghoul, Walter Goggins, he was in the nomination for outstanding lead actor. Didn't win, but he was up there.
He was really good in the show.
Also, another thing, I never said this, but all of those video game things we did, what was that? New Game Plus?
Right.
Those are all gone. They're removed. They're not
Why?
there anymore. They're terrible. All of them were bad.
Not that bad.
All of them. All of them were bad. So if you didn't see my Fallout review, I gave it a 9 out of 10 or whatever. I don't think I even get a rating. I just talked about it. But it was a good show.
It's a really good show.
We're kind of spiraling off. But
That's what the Babble Mouth podcast is all about.
they did
Hey,
give there was a trailer for The Last of Us Season 2 that looked very good. That was a while ago now that they've released. That was like a month ago. They showed the opening when they're running away from the horde and shit. And then the scene where Ellie's in the dance or whatever. They showed some of that.
Yeah. I've seen a little bit of it.
The trailer looked pretty good.
It
And
looked good.
and I don't know if they'll kill Joel off in the first episode, but he definitely dies pretty fucking early on because Pedro Pascal finished filming like after like a month.
I'm sure that they will.
But I know he was going back and forth. They did all the time jump stuff too. So I'm pretty sure what they're doing is the first season they're gonna, instead of it just being all Ellie and then all fucking whatever the other bitch's name is. What is her name? Abby. Instead of it splitting up like the game does, they're gonna go back and forth for the first, and then they're gonna finish it off in the next season. Because they said the second game's gonna be like 2 seasons, which the first game probably should have been not 2 seasons but longer.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
ladies
they
and gentlemen,
100% should have been. It felt really rushed.
definitely maybe not. This just wasn't any fucking infected. That was the only issue I have with it. Honestly,
Yeah.
everything else was fine. It was like the whole game was there. It's just there's no infected. The whole
They
fucking
tried to
point of the game
change-
is infected.
Yeah, but they try to change it to the lore with it being like an underground fucking thing, a hive thing or some bullshit.
The hive mind.
Yeah, stupid. Like when you fuck with that, it wakes them all up. That's why there's no infected.
Well, they'll be infected. There's more infected in that trailer than there was in the whole first season. Yeah, that was it. Episode 57 of the Babylon Podcast. Make sure you guys rate us 5 stars on Spotify, like us on YouTube.
Subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Uh,
It's available on YouTube, not on Pandora. Fuck Pandora. Fuck AMC.
fuck MC Theater and fuck Pandora.
Yeah.
Fuck Audette. I am
Who?
trying. What?
Who's Audette?
All that?
You said Audette.
Yeah, Audette. Fuck Audette.
Oh.
You fucking pissed me off. I was like, we're gonna end this on a high note. And then you fucked me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to get the podcast removed from some of the random places, so it's only on Spotify and Apple and YouTube, but it's very annoying to do it because the fucking podcast host that we go through can't do it for me. I have to actually go to the places. But I think it's like Overcast and some other thing that it's on. I would just take it off there because no one's there. It's also on
Never heard of
iHeartRadio.
podcast.
Exactly. It's on iHeartRadio. Not like on the actual radio, but the podcast thing. Maybe we are on the radio. I
You
don't
might be.
know. Hopefully we get some guests soon. I don't know who, but eventually I know Orr wants to come on again. Boston probably would come on again.
Fubar.
Fubar. We do want to get Fubar, get some stories from the police force.
Maybe Reaper.
Reaper, wasn't he in the army or something?
It's in the military, yeah.
He can give some military stories. That'd be fun.
Fubar's in the military too.
Fubar, with all that. Maybe Nick will come on again.
Yeah, let's get Nick on.
Nicholas would definitely come on again, I think now. Maybe. I'll have to ask him. But you guys fucking beef every time you talk, so we'll see. So don't even fucking respond. Don't fucking say any fucking thing. I don't want to hear your voice anymore.
I don't beef with anybody.
You definitely beef. Maybe they're like little beefs, but you definitely beef.
I don't beef with anybody.
You beef me all the time.
Not like, no, you don't.
I'm not talking like serious beefs. Like The Last of Us being a bad game is just a bad take. That's a beef with me. That's just bad.
It's a terrible game.
I expect better from you, and honestly, I mean, and we've already went over this. Your mind will never get changed. Even if I brought up all the best points in the world, you would just completely throw them to the ground.
I would.
That's fine. Exactly. But what's the difference with the Crow? Other than the obvious, I will say this: people comparing the Crow to the first one, we already said this. Comparing it to that one is dumb because it's not the same thing. Everything else, but yeah. The Last of Us 2
talking about The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2 is a good game. You're wrong. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
awful.
You seem to not be done. Are you done or are you not? You want to keep going?
No.
That's what I thought. Well, apparently Warzone and Black Ops 6 is going to be Blackout.
No way.
Well, it's not going to be called Blackout, but it's going to be like Blackout, apparently.
That'd be cool.
Even though Blackout was horrendous.
No, it wasn't. It's the best BR ever.
No. Warzone and MW was good.
No.
It was. You're just
Blackout was all... No, Blackout was all gun skill. It was not about fucking who had the best loadout.
It's also about movement. Everyone uses the same loadouts.
It's about who has the best loadout.
But everyone uses the same thing, so there's no reason you can't win.
No, not everybody uses the same thing.
Yeah, but it's not the game's fault. You're not playing the game all the time to get the good weapons that's currently in the meta. You're the one.
There was no meta in Blackout. Every gun was balanced,
No,
besides the snipers and the SMGs.
so you go.
But it was still balanced.
It wasn't balanced.
It was. It was a good BR.
You're doing what people do with the Crow. You're thinking that something was as good as it was. It just wasn't. Your brain fogged right now.
Better than Warzone.
Not even close. That's why
Played more
Blackout
like
ended.
PUBG.
And PUBG's terrible.
It ended because they fucked it.
They did fuck it in the end.
Yeah.
I'm only getting Blackout. I'm not even going to buy Black Ops 6. It's going to be on Game Pass. I'm only doing that for zombies. And if Blackout is a thing, I'll probably play that.
If Blackout is a thing, I'll give it a try. But if there's some bullshit
It's going to be Warzone, but apparently it's going to be play like Blackout or something.
I guess we'll see when they.
I guess we'll never know. That's Kanye. Who's Kanye? Bitch, don't fucking sit here in your homie shorts and say, who's Kanye?
I don't have homie shorts anymore.
Don't fucking act like you don't know who Kanye West is. I want to fucking hear that bullshit come out of your mouth.
Is it like an airline?
Bitch, you know who Kanye West is. I'm not even going to entertain your bullshit.
Is it an airline?
Shut up! What makes you think Kanye West is an airline? Nothing. You know who that is.
Northwest Airlines?
Shut up.
Southwest
Stop
Airlines?
fucking talking. I'm muting you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last podcast Koolme's on. I'm going to go solo from here on.
No, he's not. He needs me.
I don't. I'll get Nick back.
I built this company.
You didn't build shit.
Do you know how much I sacrificed?
I think that's all of my things for now. I don't have anything else. Even though the last 8 things we just talked about weren't even on my thing.
There was something I was going to say, and then I forgot. Damn, that sucks. I'll probably remember as soon as I'm done.
We talked about 9/11, PS5. There's that Concord game that got shut down after like a week or something.
Yeah.
I think it was called Concord.
Sure. It was.
I don't even know what it was. What kind of game?
The Overwatch type game. It was $40.
That's why it failed. Overwatch is free.
Yeah. We don't need another Overwatch style game.
And then Valve is making their own too.
No one's beating Overwatch. It's just no one's beating Overwatch. No one's beating DBD. They keep trying to make these games like Texas Chainsaw, the Killer Clowns game, the Evil Dead game that shut down too.
The Texas Chainsaw game is probably the only game that's come close, but then that not necessarily really failed, but no one really plays it.
Yeah, it's
the Friday 13th game probably would have been very good, but then they just never added anything because of the fucking studios.
The rights issues, yeah.
Yeah. Which is wild. Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
You're fucking over all these millions of fans who like those movies.
Yep.
Over some bullshit. Someone pay the other one out and get it over.
Yeah, get it over with. Start cranking out movies and games and yeah.
Remember we walked into that store that had the fucking the ghost face rug thing, and that guy just started talking to us about random shit. He's like, "You guys excited for that Pennywise show coming out?"
Yeah, it's because I'm wearing the Pennywise shirt.
Oh yeah, but he was going off on us.
Yeah, it's like me. Whenever I meet someone new, start telling them my life story.
He was a cool guy.
He was cool, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there's
I
nothing.
forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know what you're gonna say either. I don't know what you're saying
It's
most of
about
the time.
shut up, bitch. It was about something that was happening or that was gonna happen this week, but
Like a
now I can't
game.
remember. No, I don't remember. No.
We could talk about. I mean, it happened a while ago, but uh, Israel got his ass beat in the last UFC thing.
Yeah, he did get his ass beat.
Oh, that's another thing. He's not on the pound for pound list anymore. Like in the top 15, he's not there anymore. And there's a lot
I
of
mean,
people that are because every time Dana White is like getting interviewed or anything, he talks about how John Jones is the best of all time, which I would agree. But people have been memeing it like so hard on him, it's so funny. But John Jones should be fighting soon too. I think UFC 309 or something. Fighting Stipe.
something like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care for that fight anymore. I think he should be fighting that other dude.
You sound like Twitter.
What?
Say what again? You
I
say
sound like
what? You say what
you said
every fucking 5 seconds?
you said I sound like Twitter?
Yeah.
No, it makes sense that he
The
fights the
champ
actual
fights who he
interim
wants.
champion. Well, yeah, but
So that guy doesn't
still,
deserve to fight the champ.
he's got the interim champion title
For
right
no
now.
reason. And he would just beat him instantly.
Let's get it over with.
He's gonna fight Stipe, one of the goats of the heavyweight. Then he'll probably fight Tom Aspinall. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, you already said that he's retiring. Also,
Yeah, like
I don't think Stipe
like 2
is
years
the
ago.
GOAT. I don't think Stipe is the GOAT of the heavyweight division. Okay? He
He
didn't fight
was.
nobody.
He fought
He
Daniel
didn't fight no
Cormier,
one.
and he fought Francis Ngannou.
No.
So he
Randy
did.
Couture
He
has
did
fought
fight
more
him.
people in the heavyweight division than fucking Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar only fought like 5 times.
Yeah, but I don't call him the GOAT, but he fought tougher competition.
All
He
of those
fought Cain
guys.
Velasquez. He fought other massive ass heavyweight.
All of those
dude, what's his
guys.
name?
All of those guys back in the day would get beat by the current roster.
Oh yeah, but back then they were in their prime.
And
And
Cain
yeah,
Velasquez is in like pretty sure prison for killing somebody.
yeah, he kind of just but he kind of fell off after he got his ass beat a few times. And then he tried the WWE or some shit and didn't work out.
That's Brock's thing.
Yeah, but he joined the WWE too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's Brock's thing. And Ronda Rousey. That's their thing.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is fuck you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Do all that shit we said, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.